You have no power here.
Sauron's weaknesses. Number 1. Hatred. As one of the most powerful supernatural beings in The Lord of the Rings, Sauron actually weakened himself by using his powers for hatred. May our abilities deliberately diminish when used improperly. Using shape-shifting powers for evil or mockery made them nigh unusable to the Dark Lord. This is why Sauron used to have many forms, and a fair amount of them, but now he's lost them all. All he can conjure is a twisted, dark humanoid body that he encases in black armor. He's known best in this form. Once one of his greatest talents, Sauron stripped himself of this Maiar gift by being a cruel and manipulative person. Number 2. Weakened ethereal state. Immortality, even the powerful kind that the Maiar experience, always has its catches. While it's such a strong power to be unable to perish, without his human form, Sauron is greatly weakened. He is weakened enough for his ring to be tossed around and destroyed right under his nose. Sauron can see a lot in his incorporeal eye form, and direct his armies and create plans at his will, but he can't stop anything himself. Also, anything he can't see he's starkly vulnerable to, such as 2 minuscule hobbits sneaking their way into Mount Doom to destroy everything that he's accomplished. Number 3. Arrogance. Sauron thinks of himself as the strongest being, the person best fit to dominate the world. All creatures below him are insignificant pawns. However, this is how men got the best of him. In the movies, after slaying the king, Sauron thought that Isildur was yet but another bug to squish. He let his guard down and was mistaken. Isildur disarmed him and defeated him. In the books, the 2 kings, elf and man, were powerful enough to defeat Sauron's body. This was something the Dark Lord did not expect. These arrogant miscalculations left him vulnerable and stuck in spirit form for centuries. Number 4. Brute force. Sauron excels at corruption, deception, manipulation. However, the Dark Lord isn't adept at doing things small. Every one of his moves is large, loud, and aggressive, while effective in swiftly putting down nations. This way of waging war gave others an advantage when it came to small teams sneaking around him. Stealth missions would have been a great asset to him. He likely could have gotten more knowledge of the Fellowship, caused detrimental sabotage before battles, and reobtained his ring with ease. After all, a stealthy, deceptive man could have stolen the ring right from under the Shire far easier than the fear-spreading, alarming ring wraiths that drove the hobbits away. Number 5. Control issues. Allies are few and far between in Mordor. Sauron trusts few to be on his side. He runs a meticulously managed army. Sauron only allies with those he knew he had complete control over, like the corrupted Saruman. This tactic does leave him as the sole leading authority in his ranks, which makes him weaker. Number 6. Hated by the people. Sauron accumulated few allies. He also made it clear that he planned to rule Middle-earth with an iron, malicious fist. At all times, he was planning wars, and simultaneously, people were fearful and often plotted against him. Saruman eventually came into the picture, but even then Sauron underutilized him. Number 7. His army can only attack during night. Sauron and his armies are powerful, but their inability to fight during the day is a severe weakness. This can sometimes be advantageous, but other times it's just a good way to give opponents more time to prepare. Orcs and goblins are perfect for his armies. He can manipulate them easily. Number 8. Neglecting Saruman. Saruman gazed too often into the Palantiri, a seeing stone that connected him to Sauron. Because of this, the wizard was corrupted. This was a great win for the Dark Lord, as it allowed him to acquire such a powerful ally. This didn't aid his as much as it should have, though. The Dark Lord misused Saruman's armies and forges in Isengard. Sauron never coordinated attacks with Saruman, leaving the large armies of Isengard and Mordor separated. The Great Wizard was treated as a separate entity, neglecting the power they could achieve together. Because of this, instead of being an enormous army to destroy all nations, they remained separate and failed.